Hey guys, it's Chloe and I'm actually like super nervous for this video. I don't know why, but like I've never done, that's a Harry bubble. I've never done like anything like this on my channel before. Obviously it's why I'm doing it now, but I'm so nervous. Today I'm going to be doing like 20 random facts slash like questions about me because like I want my subscribers to get to know me, especially because like I'm racking up a few but I don't have like enough to like be able to like put on Instagram or whatever saying like what do you want to know. So I just researched a page. It said like 800 random questions and I picked 20 out of 800. It was a bit of a mission. I don't know how great the questions are and how much you are going to enjoy them. I tried to get a few funny ones in there, but we're just going to get straight into it. So the first question is, what is your full name? Now I hate my second name. I don't know why. Like I don't hate it, and like you'd have expected that I'd have got tortured for it in school, but like I didn't really. So my full name is Chloe Rochelle Butcher. Like that last name's just kind of like Chloe Butcher the Butcher. Like I used to get a little bit of that. Like my friends would joke on me a little bit, but yeah, that's my full name. So the second question is, why did I start YouTube? And the first reason why I started YouTube is because I feel as though there's not that many, there's a lot of English YouTubers and I watch like a lot of them, but products aren't readily available here like they are in America. In America you have like millions and thousands to choose from. Here I feel as though we don't have that much, and I feel as though we more love brands than products, if you know what I mean. So like a brand that's really favoured, it's like they brought out this product, it's amazing. It's confusing, but basically I started YouTube because I wanted to tell the people like what's good and what's not, but now I'm just floating around doing random videos like this because I don't know, I do a lot of like hot or not videos, like first impressions, stuff like that. But yeah, so when I first started I just wanted to tell the people what's good and what's not, because in Darlington, like a small town like that I live in, there's a lot of small towns in England that aren't like, there's no like Mac stores or Sephora's or anything like that. So I wanted to get on here and tell people how and where they can get like really good products on, and products from America. Places like Beauty Bay, I just recently found one, I think it's called London Loves Beauty. That's where I got my Juvia's Place palettes from, which I'm going to do a video on. But yeah, since starting YouTube, when I first started out I actually did a lot of tutorials, which I don't really do anymore. And I do have a lot of videos lined up, but after doing my drag video with Aaron, I've been really inspired by it, and also doing my Adore Delano tutorial. That is still my favourite video that I've ever filmed to this day, and I know that a lot of you guys loved it. It's doing pretty well, so I want to incorporate a lot more drag and stuff like that on my channel. I think I want it to be like more fun stuff, like makeup and fun. But recently I know that there hasn't been that many uploads as what I would like there to be. I did actually recently film like 3 videos I had to go up all through last week, but I filmed them with somebody who, you know, basically we fell out, and I just deleted the videos. That I couldn't really sit and like watch and edit us while we're like still being friends. It was just too much, so I just deleted the footage and I haven't really got around to refilming until now. So I apologise for that, but I promise I have a lot more videos coming up, and some of them are like super exciting. That wasn't really straightforward as to why I started YouTube, but now I'm here and I'm on YouTube and I'm just floating through things, doing just videos that I think is going to be a good idea and videos that I enjoy. What is my star sign is the next question. I'm an Aquarius, but like I was born on the 17th of February, so like I thought like I'm pretty sure Aquarius ends on the 18th, so I'm kind of like Aquarius and then the one after it. Like I'm kind of like a mixture of them both. I'm not like most Aquarius like points, oh, what do you call them, like the main point of an Aquarius I have, but like other things, for one being very social, that's not me. So like I kind of fall into a few of the other categories, like especially the one after Aquarius a lot. But at heart I am an Aquarius, and I do believe in star signs, kind of. I don't read my horoscope every week, but I do agree with like that a lot of signs are like air signs, water signs, earth signs, and how they get along with each other. I do agree with that one. If you don't know what I'm on about, then like search that part of horoscopes and star signs. Fourth one is a little fruity. Favourite alcoholic drink. My favourite drink is actually a Jaeger bomb. Really bad. I'm not a big drinker, but whenever me and my friend used to go out, she's pregnant now. This is actually her child is sitting right here. This is my personal 3D picture frame of my best friend Brownie's baby, and this is his 5 minutes of fame. But no, we were never big drinkers anyway, but whenever we did go out, we would pretty much just drink Jaeger bombs like they were drinks. It's a good idea at the time, but it's not that good. It kind of messes you up slightly on the night out. Question number 5 is, do I have pets? Yes, I've showed them both on my YouTube. I have 2 dogs. One's called Harley, one's called Rocky. They all sit me when I film. They're literally like my best friends. Spend all day long with them. I absolutely love the both of them. Harley's slightly my favourite, but Rocky's like a little bit more interesting. But Harley was like my first baby, and she's slightly psychotic too, so like I relate to her more. Question number 6, where do you work? I work for Santander, and because obviously it's a bank, private and confidential, everything. That's pretty much the only information I can give in it, but yes, I work for Santander. This one kind of intrigued me. I don't know why this is a question, but it was, how many pillows do you sleep with? And I sleep with 5. I usually sleep with 7, but with 2 dogs on the bed and 7 pillows and me, all just got a little bit too much, so I cut it down to 5. I don't know why it's always an uneven number, but a lot of people think that it's weird that I sleep with that many pillows. Right, now this one I find really funny. Do I have any birthmarks? And yes, and it creeps me out because of the whole like theory that birthmarks are where like how you died in your last life. I have a birthmark. It's not really like, it's a birthmark that kind of just looks like a giant freckle, and it's in the shape of Russia, and it's on the top of my left arse cheek. I think it's really interesting. Actually, most of the time I forget that it's there, but I show it to all of my friends. By the way, I haven't smudged my lipstick. This is a cut on my lip. I was walking my dog the other day, and like my nephew nearly got wiped out by, like, she's on one of them retractable leads and she wraps herself around everyone. Nearly got wiped out by it, so I went to grab him. My dad lifted the lead and it hit me like right in the lips, and it really hurts. And it's like a big lump, and it's really crusty. It's vile. For question number 9, I've got, who do I live with? And I'd also include like how many brothers and sisters I have, because obviously like, I'm only 19, so it's like I still live at home, and I just live with me and my dad, because all of my older brothers and sisters have moved out. They got their own lives, and my mum and my younger brothers and sisters live, they used to live down south. Now I don't know whereabouts it is. It might be like across from us. They live a lot closer to us now than they used to. But basically, yeah, it's just me and my dad. It has been for a couple of years, and we enjoy life. My dad and my dogs, it's amazing. But my stepdad, obviously my mum's husband, he got like a really amazing job a few years ago in forensic science, and obviously like up north there's not really much going for that, so they moved down south. But now he actually travels the world like all the time, so it doesn't really matter so much where they live. So my mum and my little brother and sister lives like an hour away from us now, so we can see them a lot more. So I have 8 brothers and sisters, so altogether there is 9 of us. I'm in the middle. It goes my older brother Callum, then Kelly, which you've seen on my YouTube, then there's Lauren, then there's me, then there's Harry, Jack, George, Eve and Isaac. There's a lot of us. I actually have like a huge family. There's like millions of them. I also have 2 nephews. Tyler is the oldest, and then there's Milo, which are my 2 older sisters' kids. And I think that having nephews is the best things ever. I always enjoyed having little brothers, but now they're all like, my like youngest but oldest, like my first little brother is now 14 years old, and I feel really old right now because of it. And it's just crazy to me that like he's already like going into like well into teenage life. But yeah, I have an absolutely massive family, and to be honest I wouldn't have it any other way. Next one is my favourite quote, and my favourite quote is, oh shit, I can't remember it. It's something like, aim for the moon, and if you miss you'll still land among the stars. And I think that's really great. What I want to do in life is kind of difficult. It's not really difficult, but you know, it's not something that like everybody does. I want to be quite successful. I want to be like more in the business world of life. I'm going to talk about it in a bit, because I'm sure I have a question on here somewhere about it. So yeah, even if my whatever business slash brand, I don't really know, I want to do something in the beauty industry. Whatever I come out with, even if it doesn't turn out to be like the absolute best thing in the world, it's still going to be great, you know. I'm still going to be among the stars. Now this one's kind of naughty. It's have you ever been banned from a public place? And I have. I think I must have been about 13. See, that's why I feel old. Like I'm like 13. Yeah, I remember being 13. That was 6 years ago, and it's just like, it's insane to me. But it was most likely in the 6 weeks holidays in school, and there's this thing called like the sports complex around like in where the town that I live in, and like they used to have like this shed that like pops open and stuff, and as well the little footballers would sit down to like, you know, the I think I want to call them the subs, you know what I mean. And like it was shut and like locked, so like we couldn't get into it. Me and my friend used to like go and sit in there when it was too hot or whatever. So I can't believe I'm even saying this on YouTube. It was a really bad decision, and it's the worst thing I've ever done. Like, I'd never done nothing like it before. I've never done nothing like it since. When I booted the window through, and I got caught doing it. Actually, some little kid grasped me of doing it, and I got banned. They said they were going to find me, but they could never find me. So it all turned out okay in the end. The next one is, are you tidy? And all I'm going to say is no. Look at the clutter behind me. I'm not tidy. Okay, now this one's kind of funny too. And I want you to leave a comment down below if anybody has like this same thing about them. But the question is, weirdest slash most interesting thing about you. I don't really know like how to say it, but basically I talked about my Instagram once too, right? Okay, so whenever I go to the toilet, my eyes water. Like, I don't know, like, it doesn't like hurt to pee or anything, they just water. Like, I don't know, I googled it once and I literally can't find any information on it, and it's like perfectly normal. A lot of people were saying that they have it too. That's why I said leave a comment down below if it happens to you. It's just like unexplainable, but whenever I go for a wee, my eyes water. It's mental, but it doesn't ruin my makeup that bad, so it's fine. It's really funny though, because whenever anybody like FaceTimes me or like sees me, they're like, Chloe, you just went to the toilet, didn't you? And I'm like, yeah, because my eyes like all watery and shit. I don't know. So here's the question, what are your life goals? What I was talking about before. Actually, my first ever goal in life was to be, I used to say a fire engine, but what I meant was a fire person. All my like child life I wanted to be a firefighter. I have no idea why. I was obsessed with it and it's all I wanted to do. Then I wanted to be a teacher. Then I was just a little shit all through school. But I started getting like really into nails, and I wanted to like open my own nail business, like where I got people's houses or people come to my little salon and I do the nails. And that's why I chose to do beauty therapy in college, because it was like the only option. They never had like any nail classes or anything like that back when, I say back when I went to college like 2 years ago. But yeah, so I did beauty therapy in college for it, and while I was doing beauty therapy I then decided that I wanted my own salon, like my own like big business. Like, I wanted to do the nail salon, but it was going to be strictly nails, and then I thought like I want to do like a whole salon, and that was like a lot. It was a lot bigger of a goal for me because it involves like a lot more. But then I decided that I didn't really want to do a salon, and I was actually going to open some kind of Sephora. I say it like, oh, I'm just going to go and open a Sephora, but seriously guys, I tell this to everybody who has any kind of goal in life. Just go and do it. Nothing's stopping you other than you. Just go and get your goals. I might try all of my life to get my goals, and I might fail every single time, but at least I'm trying, because the way I see it, I don't have anything better to do in my life. I could be on this earth for like another like 80 years. Hopefully I live till 100. And what am I going to do in 80 years? I need to fill that time with something good, you know? So where I'm at right now is I just know that I want some kind of business in the beauty industry, if you know what I mean. Like, I want to run it, I want to do it all myself, and I just want to be completely focused on working towards my goals. So overall, basically, I can't exactly tell you, like, I can't tell you the exact goal that I have, but it's some kind of beauty industry business type thing. I call it a business, but you know what I mean, something like my own brand, my own like Sephora type thing. It sounds really bad saying my own Sephora because it sounds like I'm ripping them off, obviously not, but like somewhere that sells like a lot of products. That's something, that's why I first started my channel, is because like we don't really have a Sephora or anything like that. So I was going to do that, but then Beauty Bay came about, the website. So I'm still just like playing around with a lot of ideas, and I'm not in any rush. I don't want to do it until I'm like 2021, and everybody's really shocked whenever I say that. They're like, Chloe, just do it like right now. But I feel as though like these 2 years of my life are the years that I can just chill and do whatever I want. And I have a really good job and everything, really good stable job, so I can just kind of take these years to chill and relax, and then as soon as I get it going, my life's probably going to be insane. So yeah, if you get the gist, they're my goals. This one I found hilarious, right? It said, like, were you ever part of like Brownies? Okay, like, do you know like Brownies guides, like you get like Boy Scouts, stuff like that. So I started off from rainbows. Oh my god, I loved rainbows. And then there was Brownies, and I loved Brownies, and then I went to guides. But I think about 2 weeks in, I sound like a little shit. I wasn't exactly a little shit, but I wasn't like an angel. Me and my friend, like, we had like a 20p piece or something, I don't know, and like we scratched it off the wall in the toilet, like just bored or whatever. I don't know how we figured this out, but basically the 20p was marked on the wall, so we like graffitied on the wall, and we got kicked out. And I don't think that I've ever told my mum this, so let's hope she doesn't watch this video. But me and my friend got kicked out. I told my dad to come and get us, and I don't think that my mum had a clue. I just told her that I didn't want to go anymore. But yeah, so I actually kind of regret it, because like you learn a lot doing rainbows and brownies and guides. But I got kicked out, unfortunately. Oh, this next one, love or hate roller coasters. I absolutely, like, I love and hate them at the same time. I'm absolutely petrified of them. But like as soon as I get to like a theme park or like a fair or whatever, I absolutely love them. I've been on the Pepsi Max, like I think I've been like 5 times. The Pepsi Max, it was the biggest roller coaster in Europe. I don't think it is anymore, but it's pretty big. Like it's huge, and honestly I love it. Like the last time we went to, we usually go to Blackpool, like that's where the Pepsi Max is, what I'm talking about. My family absolutely loves Blackpool. We'll go there like every single summer, and the last time we went, I think we went on it, I think it was like 2 or 3 times in a day, and that was like insane. It takes so much like balls to actually go in the queue and get on it, and the queue's huge all the time. You just in it for hours, and it just gives you time to think about final destination and stuff like that. But what, like the first time I ever won it, I was so scared, and once I was on it, I absolutely loved it. And I also pulled my seatbelt so tight that I still have a permanent dint, like around like the bottom of like my waist. But okay, so we're up to question number 17. I was done with the videos nearly over if like these questions are boring, yeah. But number 17 is a favourite place, and I'd have probably said Blackpool, but I've just talked about that. My favourite place ever, which sounds so sad because I'm like English, is London. I've only ever been to London once, but I've always admired London because, and even just being there, the atmosphere, and there is just so much life and success in London. I just love it. It never stops there. Like I remember when I went a couple of months ago, I went down for Aaron's show. I've got the blog on my channel. At like 3, 4 in the morning, it's just as busy as it would be in Darlington in the middle of the day. Like that's what I mean. It never stops. Like nobody ever just like rests, or like I don't even know how to describe it. But it's just like everybody just constantly lives, and they live their life at like 100 miles per hour. That's how my dad always describes it. And I love that, and I would love it to be like that. Sometimes life is crazy and it does go really, really fast, but I just love to live life like that and just constantly grind and hustle towards my goals. And I think that a lot of that happens in London, which is why it inspires me so much, and the shops are amazing. Right, so this next one I find really interesting. Again, it's another thing about me that shocks people, is how far back does your memory go? And I can remember things from when I was 2, and that sounds crazy because psychologically you're not supposed to remember. I think it's like 5 or something like that. Well, it was the last time I checked. But yeah, when I was first born, because like my family's from Darlington, but then my mum and dad moved to a little town called Whitney Weir for a little bit. It's still in like the northeast, and yeah, and it was just like a cute little village and everything. And I actually remember the village. I remember a couple of the houses that we lived in. I also remember this one time. Like, the reason why I know I can remember back till I was 2 is that we left when I was 2. We came back to Darlington, but I can remember that place. I remember that my mum bought me some Tigger jammers, and I had, you know, like the strings off the hanger, like that you can hook around the hanger. And I was on the toilet, and I was just sat twisting my fingers in them, and I got stuck in them, and she had to come and like cut me out. And as I said, I was like 1 or 2 years old, and I don't know how I remember that. Also, oh, actually, I'm going to show you this. You're going to be violated, but I'm going to show you my teddy. Okay, so this is Vile, and my dog ate his eyeballs out. But this is my teddy, that he is called Snow Bear, okay? And my dad gave me this when I was 2. 1 or 2, I think I was 2, so he's 17 years old, that's what I say. And I remember I was sat with my mum. I was probably like doing her hair or something. See, that's another thing I remember doing my mum's hair all the time. I used to get the hairbrush stuck in her hair. And my dad came in with like 3 big like bags just full of teddies. He tipped them all out, and he was like, Chloe, choose one. And I chose this one, of course. And at first I called him Ginger Bear, but now he's called Snow Bear, off Bear in the Big Blue House. It's really sad, but yeah, I remember that. And also I remember I had this dog called Toby. Oh my god, I loved Toby. Toby was my best friend. And I actually remember, see, my mum and dad actually split up when I was 2. That's why we left Whitney Weir. So I don't really have like very many memories of my mum and dad, other than when I got Snow Bear and when I got Toby. I'm pretty sure like that this is a memory. I think we went to like a kennels place and we adopted him because he wasn't a puppy or anything. And I remember like spotting him, and I turned around and I was like, I want that one. Like, I got to choose him, and he was like my dog, and I was literally 2. So yeah, I remember getting Toby, and I love Toby. He was like the best dog ever. And yeah, so my memory goes back to when I was 2 years old, which is like the weirdest thing. I can't tell you what I did yesterday, but I can tell you what happened 17 years ago. Like, I have a lot better like long-term memory than short-term memory. I think that's why it's so good. So, sorry about boring you with my life stories and my very... He's not an ugly teddy bear, just Harley, she ate his ass. So, the 19th question is, are you scared of the dark? And yes, I am shit scared of the dark. Do you know what it's like having 2 older sisters and 1 older brother? They told me about goblins and ghouls and ghosts and everything. I was never scared before until I actually remember them telling me all this shit, and I've just been scared ever since. Like, I'm still scared of the dark now. My dad has a lamp out in the landing for me so I can keep my door open a little bit so I still light in my room, and I sleep with the telly on and with my dogs so that I'm not scared. It's really bad. If you feel like you haven't got your shit together, just remember that I'm 19 years old, I still sleep with a teddy, and I still sleep with the light on and the telly on. And then the last question I found really funny. Okay, it's, are you related to anybody famous? And I don't know how true this is, and I don't even know who the person is, but my nana told me that our whole family is related to Shirley Bassey. I don't know who she is. I'm pretty sure she's a singer. I remember searching her at the time that she told me, but apparently I'm related to Shirley Bassey. And that is everything. I hope that it gets, like, let's just get to know me a little bit more. I know some of the questions were like really weird, and I was just so nervous to do this video because like it's kind of strange like putting like your personal life out there online. That's why I tried not to go too deep and just tell you questions that are like basic, something that you would like ask people anyways, what I tried to base it around, and then I put a few fun ones in there. I'm gonna try and start to do more of these videos so you're just gonna get to know me even more. So every few months I'm gonna put out a video of just like another 20 random questions. But if you do have any questions like for me, please leave them down below. You can ask anything you want and I will include them all in the next like this type of 20 random questions video that I upload. But that is everything for this video. I am sick of talking about myself. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and please hit the little notification bell so that you get notified whenever I upload, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you all for being here. Bye.